Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. I have decided today to swatch my Distress Oxides. Now I took some close to my heart white daisy cardstock and cut it down to 8.5 by 11 because I think that this will be much easier to handle than 12 by 12 sheets. And I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally taking my oxide and swiping it, and then I'll just write the name. Now, the reason why I decided to do this with the white daisy cardstock is because this is the white cardstock that I mostly use. And honestly, I don't do a lot of distress on colors that are not white. So this makes the most sense for me. So let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so I am literally taking these white pieces of paper and just sliding my ink pad across, and then I'm going to kind of smush the ink down onto that front spot. Just going to use a black Muji pen and write down the name of the Distress Oxide. Now, I do discover that I have a couple duplicates of Distress Oxides in here, and that's just fine and dandy because they are obviously colors that I use. So I figured while I was swatching, I could talk to you about the colors. Now, I will tell you guys that I did not leave space. I did one right after the other, and I did that because I was afraid I didn't have enough paper pre-cut. I probably did not, because I only have 2 sheets left over. So if I get more colors, then I will either have to redo them or they won't be in kind of what the color families are. So I'm doing in rainbow order basically, and I'm looking at these colors and I'm like, why do I have all of the colors that I have, right? Like, I feel like Fired Brick and Barn Door are very similar. And since these are Distress Oxides, they all feel a little chalky to me. Distress Oxides feel a little chalky, which I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that that's how they feel. Now, I do love Picked Raspberry the most out of the pink ones. Tattered Rose ends up being over here next to the oranges, and it looks peachy when it's next to the oranges, right? Like, this is how the colors look. And there are a couple colors that I have swatched and placed in certain places that some people might disagree with. But you know what? It's how I think of the colors, so that's how they're gonna come out. Now, I will tell you that I love the Wild Honey color on here. This is a yellowy orange color to me. It definitely reminds me of Winnie the Pooh Bear honey, so that is a super fun thing. And then I actually do swatch on the back as well, so that, you know, I don't feel like I've wasted a lot of paper. And these are actually kind of cool. I thought about grabbing an ink blender, like an ink blending tool, and doing that, but I did not. I also don't know where my ink blending tools are. So, fun fact, I can't find my palette knives. Like, I had basically a jar full of palette knives, and they're all gone. I have no idea where they are. So I don't know if it was a casualty of the move or I just haven't found them yet, but they're missing. But anyway, I decided not to use a blending tool and just apply the ink directly to the paper. So I also really loved the squeezed lemonade color. I feel that that is a great yellow for Disney pages. Like, I feel it's pretty good. And then I love that Twisted Citron color too. Like, that's just gorgeous to me. It's a fun time. Now, I feel like Ice Spruce and Bundled Sage, even though they have different tonalities to them, they feel the same to me. Like they have that same color feeling. Even though the ice spruce is more gray and the sage is definitely more green, they evoke the same feeling in me. And Lucky Clover is a new one to me. I actually had to break open the plastic to swatch it, but I think that is a great green. It's a bright shamrocky green, so that's exciting. And of course, cracked pistachio, always a favorite. Now the forest moss color, not my favorite. Like I'm just gonna put that out there. It's like a I don't even know how to describe it without being gross. It's like baby poop green, right? Not that big of a fan. I do like the speckled egg color. It's a little too blue to be the same kind of feeling that bundled sage and ice spruce give me, but I do like it. I do like it. And then I'm getting into the brighter and darker blues. Now, I think Salty Ocean is just a gorgeous color. It's just a great blue color. It's one that I really like to use when I'm ink blending a rainbow across a page, where I'm going in rainbow order. It's just one that I really, really like. Now, I do think Prize Ribbon and Blueprint Sketch are similar, but different, like a little bit different. Now, Victorian Velvet. Victorian Velvet is a color, right? Like, to me, it's more purpley than pink. So that's why I put it with the purples, right? But you might look at Victorian Velvet and say, no, that's definitely a pink. So put it wherever you think of it. But when I think of my pink Distress Oxide colors, Victorian Velvet isn't in my head. When I think of my purple ones, that one's in there. So even though I've made these swatches, it's still how my head thinks. So I want it to put the swatches together the way my head thought. I hope that makes sense. And then we have these purples. So the purples that are on that one page that I just finished, the Dusty Concord, the Seedless Preserves, Wilted Violet, and Villainous Potion, which is Disney Purple. I just love those purples. Just absolutely love them. And I want to create a background with them. So this is another one of those colors that you might be going, oh, Sandy. So Aged Mahogany definitely has a red to it. It's definitely a red-brown. But again, when I think of Aged Mahogany, I don't think of red. I think of brown. So it's with the browns. And then my last two colors, I have Hickory Smoke and Black Soot. And they're just down there. It's a gray and a black, right? So then now those are all of my swatches, and I am super happy with them, and I will keep them with my Distress Oxides. I don't know if I'm going to put them in page protectors or not. Maybe. Or laminate them or something. Or I don't know. Let me know what you do with your swatches. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.